this video, my sole focus is to save you time. If for months or even years you've dreamt of having your own business, but you are completely overwhelmed at where to start or what to focus on, that confusion ends today. I'm going to break down a proven business model that I've used and have taught to hundreds of my clients, and we've collectively generated over $100 million in online revenue using this model. You're going to learn how to leverage your time, find the path of least resistance to launch that business, and see results faster than you ever thought possible. But first, if you're new here, my name's John, husband, father, entrepreneur, and founder of AdClients.com. And over the past 10 years, I've launched a multitude of businesses that have collectively generated over $30 million just for our brands. And I've done that without having to sacrifice my personal life, hustle 24/7, or stop doing the things that I love. And now here on this channel, I teach other people to do the same. One thing that's really important to understand is how easy we have it right now to start and launch a business. If you think 10, 20 years ago, before the internet was really taking off, to start a business, it would most likely be a physical business. You would have to come up with your idea for what your shop or what your restaurant or cafe was going to be. You'd have to find the area that you want to have a location. You would buy or rent a building, sign a big 10-year lease, put down all of that money for your inventory or to kit out the shop. You probably had to go to the bank to get a massive loan to be able to do so. And once that's all said and done, you've got no guarantees that that business is going to be successful. And the sad reality is most of those businesses do go out of business, and that person is now in some serious debt and financial trouble. Compare that to the era we find ourselves in right now, where we can launch websites, sales funnels, online products with very little expense. We can put something out internationally to the entire world on the internet, and if it's successful, we can scale it. If it doesn't work, we can try something else, and we haven't needed to get this massive loan from the bank to do so. We're in a very special time right now where almost anyone can give this a go, and I'm going to share with you what the best model is to start with. Now, there are three things that we need to leverage if we're going to be successful, and that is our money, our time, and our knowledge. Now, we'll get to the knowledge in a moment because that's a big one. Firstly, money. As I just explained, we need a business model that we can get started with quite quickly, that is very low barrier to entry and doesn't cost a great deal of money to experiment and find something that's working. The second thing is time. There are so many ways right now to achieve shortcuts in this journey. You're watching one of them right now. You're learning from me, and I'm going to be able to share my knowledge with you and give you a heads up on what works and what doesn't. That is a shortcut. That is saving you time. If you want to save even more time, I've got a whole host of resources in the description box that will teach you all the things you need to learn and implement in this particular business model to get some great results. Feel free to check those out. Now, the third thing, your knowledge. This is the big one, and we need to spend some time on this. You might not realize it right now. You might not even believe it right now, but your knowledge is worth something. Your experience, the things that you've been through in your life, and the hobbies that you have, other people are willing to pay you to learn from you, and it's your knowledge that this entire business model revolves around. You've probably already seen this. You've probably already purchased some of this stuff. People are out here selling courses, selling coaching, selling services that are all based and tracked back to someone having experience above someone else, and that other person wants to pay to learn from them. And it's easier than it's ever been before with the evolution of social media and online marketing platforms together, making it just so tangible to get in front of the right person who wants your help and give them a link to purchase. We're also in a time right now where people are used to spending online. We get trigger happy. Most people have their card details even auto saved into their browser, and one press of a button, they're purchasing something. And we are well beyond now the time where people would only invest in someone else's knowledge if they had a college or a university degree or some kind of certification. Now, if we can see some social proof that that person has the results we want or has experienced what we're currently going through, we want to learn from them. Let's think about it like this. If you want to get in the best shape of your life and you have two options of people to learn from, option number one has all the paperwork. they've done all the certifications for personal training, and they've got all the degrees, but they look like a fat lump and they are not displaying the type of body that you want to have. Or you've got option number 2, someone who has no certification, no qualification, but they look like a chiseled Greek god. If you are going to give your money to one of these people, who's it going to be? I mean, I'm putting my money on the chiseled Greek god, and that is the same in every other industry. You have knowledge, you have expertise, you've experienced stuff in your life that if you can just tell people about that, you might have some people that want to pay you to learn from you. And this works in almost any industry imaginable. I've been teaching this to my clients for years now, and I've helped people in the weight loss space, in the muscle building space, how to increase your confidence, how to get over trauma, how to clear your acne, horse riding techniques, personal development, how to get into the police force, how to get free from your alcohol addiction, and so many other industries. And what I want to do for you right now is break down the entire model so you can visually see it in just the next few minutes. So the first thing to determine is, what are you going to teach? It might come naturally to you. You already know what it is. You already know what this area of expertise is. But if you don't, question, what is it that people are coming to you for? Friends and family, what questions are they asking you? What opinions are they asking you for? That's probably an indication that you know something that they don't. And let's see if that's a topic that's big enough to create an online course around. Maybe do some research on Google, go into forums, join Facebook groups, join the conversation on that particular topic and see if the pain is big enough that people would be willing to part with their money to learn about it. Once we've decided what the topic is going to be, we're going to create a multi-part video training series. Let's say you create 5 videos that walk someone through what it is that you know, how you came to learn it, and teaching them the steps that they need to overcome that particular problem. Then we need to have a platform where we can upload these videos, put them into a training area that we can, of course, password protect, so only people that have paid can get in. Lots of different options for this. I prefer Funneler. You can check that out at funneler.com. It's a great all-in-one marketing platform, and it'll house your courses for you. Then what we need is a sales funnel, which is going to help us to articulate to our audience why they should want this program and how they can go about buying it. We would typically use, for a very simple sales funnel, we would have 3 pages, and the first is lead generation. On this first page, we're going to offer a freebie. We're going to give something away at no charge in exchange for someone's name and email address. We're not selling our program yet. We're building what's called an email list. I've talked about this in other videos on the channel, but even if you're brand new doing this model, we do not want to drive people directly to hear about our product and purchase it. We first want to get them on our email list. Otherwise, we are having people visit our sales page. If they decide they don't want to buy it, they leave. We never have communication with them ever again. Whereas if we make the first step something as simple as a free gift in exchange for a name and email, now we can be constantly emailing these people over and over and over again. Now you must use a unique approach to every email so you don't annoy people. But if you get this right, you've got multiple chances to tell them about the same product and to come back and purchase. So I'm going to call this the opt-in page, where they opt into your list. This is also known as a landing page, a squeeze page. There's a bunch of other names as well. The next step, once they opt in, is we're going to take them to what we call the sales page. And this is saying, hey, thank you so much for opting in for that free gift. I'm going to send it to your email. Now, while you're waiting, I'd love to tell you about my full, complete online training program, where I'm going to walk you through every step of this and help you to get the result that you're looking for. And you would perhaps have a video on that page. Maybe you walk them through the training area. You tell them what it is that they're going to get. You talk about what they're going to learn and your experience and why it's so valuable. And you have a button on that page that points them to the third and final step in the funnel. Now this is your checkout page. And if you've successfully piqued their interest on the sales page and they are quote unquote sold, they're going to click the button to purchase and they'll be taken to the checkout page where you collect their payment details and of course give them access to the product they just purchased. Now, if you're new to all of this, although this is a relatively simple business model, you might still be feeling a little bit overwhelmed at this point. How do I build all of these pages? How do I do the email marketing? How do I create the program? You should definitely check out funneler.com. It's an all-in-one marketing platform, as I already mentioned, and it handles every element of this. And there's also a bunch of great training over there to show you how to do this stuff as well. Check it out, funneler.com. So I hope this has opened your eyes. I hope this has excited you to the possibility that you could do something like this. And once you get the wheels in motion, you might be interested in seeing what the bigger picture plan looks like. I've created a master plan that walks you through how I've scaled this type of business model to over 8 figures online. There's a video over here. Go ahead and click on that. Check that out. If you want to think real big picture, it's going to open you up to where this journey could take you. Enjoy that. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next video.